Hello everyone and welcome to my corner of the world. Now the other day I shared with you how to create this cute Easter card, and I shared with you that it was a 5.5 by 5.5 and that envelopes, I don't have any for that size, so I had to work out how to make an envelope for myself. And since I don't have a punchboard or anything, then I'm going to actually do it with a ruler. No punchboard or anything. So the style that I've come up with is this one. I know that there's all sorts of ones where you fold the corners in and stuff like that, but I never seem to get my corners to fold in correctly. So this is one that I found worked for me really well. So that's what I'm going to share with you. So first of all, I had to work out the size of paper that I needed, and the paper that I'm using is a roll of poster paper that I had when I was living in the States. But I'm sure if you sort of put poster paper into your search engine, it will come up with something. Or any paper that you do have. I mean, if you could just make it out of a piece of copy paper, but maybe a bit heavier duty copy paper, as long as it's sort of the right size, you could use that as well. So, as I say, that's just a suggestion on my part. So, to decide how much paper I needed, I just measured across. So this is 5.5 by 5.5. So I added 1/8 of an inch onto that, because then that gives me a little bit of extra sort of plumptiousness for any embellishments I've got. So that's 5.5 plus 1/8. And then I need to do my in these pieces, and I just decided for no other reason that 3/4 of an inch would be a good measurement. So 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 on either side is 1.5 inches. Okay, so if I add that up, then that's 5.5 plus 1/2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 1/8 is 7 1/8. And because the card is square, okay, we know that we need to have 5 1/8, 5.5 plus 1/8 this way, and then we've got to have a top and a bottom. And so I just got my piece of paper and I thought, okay, well, what would be a good top and a bottom? And again, just roughly, I thought, well, that would work. That would give me a nice flap over. And so I just measured that, and I had 8 there plus 4. So 8 plus 4, well, let's just say I needed 4 there, and whatever this bit is here, 2 and 1 3/8. So that's 2 3/8. Okay, now when I added that all up, I'm not going to do the math here, but when I added all that up, that came to 12 inches, or I probably rounded it up to 12 inches, just to be easy. So I've got my piece of paper here, and it weighs for a 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch card. It measures 7 1/8 by 12. This is my little cheat sheet. I also did a 5 one just so I would know. I'd have it on hand, because at first I was thinking about doing a 5 by 5 card. So then I'm going to score, and I'm going to score 3/4 of an inch from each side. Now this paper isn't dreadfully thick, So you need to be very, very light-handed with your scoring blade. And I found that using the scoring blade on this cutter is quite gentle. So 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. And for those of you who are smart enough to understand metric, that's about 2 centimeters. I've worked in inches for the last nearly 24 years, and so I'm finding it really hard to get back into metric. And then I needed a score at 4 inches on the long side, 4 inches, and I needed another score at 9 5/8. Now, if you look below this video, there will be a link to my blog, and on my blog will be these measurements, and I'll put them for a 5.5 inch, and also maybe for 5 inch, since I went to work that out. So then we're just going to put in our folds. Like that. And so this is the bottom piece, and then so this is my top flap here, and you can see that it's just a little crossover like that. And then I'm going to take out some pieces. So I've got my fold here and my fold here, and so these pieces either side are going to go, and down here between that fold, that 4 inch score, they're going to go as well. So we just clip those out, and I'm just going to make sure that I cut on the inside of the score line. Like that. And this piece, and if all has gone well, if all the stars are aligned, then this should go in perfectly. Look at that. Yeah, that goes in perfectly. Now then, I notice, can you see what I said about pressing too hard? I'm going to carry on with it because you know, it just shows you how easy it is to cut through the paper. But we will, as I say, it's not going to stop me sort of showing you the rest of it. It just shows you, you just need to be a weeny bit careful. Now I've got a paper punch here, and I'm just going to round the corners. I just thought it makes it look a little bit more professional if you've got rounded corners. There we go. And I'm going to do these bits as well, because that's what's going to show. Get that down out the way. There we go. And then up here as well. So we've now got some professionally rounded corners. that just make the envelope look just a little bit more, a little bit smarter. Okay. And then we're going to add some adhesive. And I want to make sure that it doesn't go above there. So we're going to just do a wiggly bit down there. And roughly a wiggly bit there. And just fold up. Press firmly like that, and this is where you can just press your folds in a little bit more like this. You can then put some ink on here, some to decorate it up with. And then you've got your card, which will slide in, even though we've got some extra embellishment on there. And then you can either use some adhesive, sticky tape, parcel tape, something like that, or just a little bead of glue. Maybe if you've got some double-sided tape, you could do that. And there you've got a really cute little envelope, custom made for the card that you want to send. Okay, so that is my idea for creating an envelope, a custom envelope, without having lots of equipment other than a trimmer and some scissors and a little bit of glue. And I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, perhaps you'll just go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Any comments will be gratefully received. And as I say, check below, you'll be able to see the link to my blog, and there'll be some more details, specific details about the measurements and everything for the envelope. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. I certainly appreciate you choosing to spend some time with me, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye for now.